Hello guys, welcome back. So this is basically the second video of our RC delay calculation of a 3-input NAND gate, and we did the width calculation for the best case scenario. So as you can see here, we already have our widths written on the circuit. So let's recap a little. Remember that the delay calculation had two steps for RC delay. The first one was calculate width, which we already did. And the second was calculate the delay for transistors that are directly connected to the output. So now we're going to understand what directly connected to the output basically means. So let's recap a little more. Remember in our first video of this playlist, we understood how a single transistor can be written also in this RC transistor format. So this is basically the RC format for a PMOS transistor, and you can see the resistance here, the switch which is connected in series, and the three capacitances. So the concept basically is that each capacitance has a width. So each capacitance has a width. So this 2x3 which we calculated was the width for a single PMOS. So this capacitance has a width of 2x3. Excuse my writing, it's awful, I know. So this one also has a width of 2x3. And the same can be said for this one. It has a width of 2x3. But the thing you need to notice here is that this PMOS here is the one enlarged from this one, A. This is basically A. For the delay calculation, we can only consider the capacitances which are directly connected to the output. So in case of this PMOS transistor, this capacitance of the gate is connected to the input A prime. Actually, sorry, it's connected to the input A, the gate capacitance. And the one that's here, the capacitance that's connected here, it's not connected to the output. It's connected to VDD. Only one capacitance is basically connected to our output, which is here in this node. And it's this one, which from our figure, we can understand that this one is basically the drain capacitance. So out of the three capacitances, we will only consider this one, which is directly connected to the output. So that's why our calculation here is 2x3. Alright, so in the same way, we can also do it for this PMOS. This one is connected to VDD, the capacitance, so we won't consider it. This gate capacitance is connected to B, and we will only consider the drain capacitance here. So that one is 2x3. And the same can be said for this one. So we will only consider the capacitance here, which is 2x3. And now, so directly connected to this output, we have these three PMOSes. And for each of them, we have a 2x3 width because only one capacitor is included. And you'll also notice that we also have this NMOS connected to the output. So what we did was, we figured out which PMOS and NMOS was directly connected to the output. So we can easily understand that the three PMOS here and the one NMOS here, all these four transistors are directly connected to our output. So this one is not going to be included. This one is not going to be included, and neither is this one. And for these, we understood that each PMOS has three capacitors, and only the drain capacitance is directly connected to the output. So we get 2x3 here, 2x3 here, and 2x3 here. And finally, for this PMOS, let's take a look. For this NMOS, let's take a look. The gate capacitance is connected directly to the input A. And remember that this is the drain for an NMOS and this is the source. So the source capacitance is not connected to the output, only the drain is connected. And from our previous calculations, we understood that every capacitor of an NMOS in this, NAND gate best case scenario will have a width of 3. So what is our final calculation? So for our first PMOS A, we got 2/3 for the one capacitor. So into resistance this is gonna be. So our delay equation was basically width into resistance into capacitance. So the total delay is going to be 2/3 RC, and then we're going to plus 2/3 RC again for the second, PMOS B, and we're gonna do that again. I should put that in bracket. And then we're just gonna do that again. And that was for our 3 PMOS. And finally, we have the one output capacitance here, the drain one, for our 1 NMOS. And that is going to be basically 3 RC. So our answer is going to be 2/3 plus 2/3 plus 2/3, which basically means 2 RC plus 3 RC. So we're going to get 5 RC as our total delay. So well done, we are finished with our very first RC delay calculation. I'll move on to the next video. I've included a lot more examples to make this process as simple for you as possible. So thank you for watching.